Thank you for taking the time to watch this tutorial overview of the new St. Mary Magdalene School Technology Policy. This new policy is effective for the start of the 2015-2016 school year and replaces the previous technology policy. It can be found in the Student Parent Handbook, and any questions about the policy can be directed either to school administrators or to Amanda Cadron. Check at StMM.net. The policy itself is meant to reflect many changes that have occurred in the use of technology both in school and at home for our students over the last several years. The addition of web-based programs that are used on a somewhat regular basis, as well as the proliferation of numerous electronic devices, cell phones, and other avenues for encountering the internet have resulted in the need for an updated policy that is clear, consistent, practical, and relevant. This prayer offers to us and to all those who use the internet the patience, respect, and good choices and prudence that we all need when we are working online. It asks God and Saint Isidore, the patron saint of technology and the internet, to give our students safe journeys through their travels online and to direct their hands and eyes only to that which is pleasing to God, treating with respect all others they meet on the way. This prayer is the foundation for the new technology policy, which has at its heart prudent choices, ethics, and practical uses of skills applied through our faith. New policy, as mentioned just previously, finds responsibilities for not only our students and families, but also St. Mary Magdalene staff. We pledge to provide ethical lessons and safe resources for our students to learn how to use technology and information in relevant ways that will prepare them for high school and beyond. We also promise to give them access in managed and secure ways to programs that will allow them to learn and grow. We hope that this policy is proactive, meaning that it gives all students and families clear advice with plenty of examples so that everyone can be aware of what is expected before choices are made. It also is true to StMM's mission and general discipline policy. The mission statement essentially begins the policy by saying that we all have a responsibility to each other to learn, grow, and care. This includes using technology, both in school and at home. The policy applies not only to during the school day when students are using technology in the computer lab or their classroom, on our school Chromebooks or personal device, but also at home when students are accessing our web-based programs or using other online materials. One of the most important additions to the policy is regarding cell phones. For the 2015-2016 school year, students may bring their cell phone to school, but it must be turned completely off before the student enters the building. This includes lobby time before school begins. The phone must be completely off, not on mute or vibrate mode, before the student enters the building. During the school day, the phone should be kept safely in a locker. If it turns out that a student is using the cell phone or that the cell phone is turned on, it will be brought to the office where the student will call home. One demerit will be given for the first instance, and 2 demerits, 3. By the fourth instance, 4 demerits will be given to the student, as well as 90 school days during which the student may not bring the phone at all. There is one particular exception which occurs mainly in 7th and 8th grades for students working individually with a teacher for specific educational purposes. At that time, a teacher may ask a student to take a picture of notes on a whiteboard or record a reminder for an upcoming project. This is something that does not happen frequently and is typically done during the GOSH elective. Additionally, students may use their phone for this purpose after the school day. Students are not to have phones during aftercare. They may speak with Mr. Callis if they have any questions about also be aware that if they are given permission to use their phone, it should only be for educational purposes or to contact someone from home or whoever is giving them a ride home. The phones are never to be used for socializing, looking at videos, playing games, or taking photos with friends on school property. Students may bring in personal devices, but parents must register each device brought to school for use in the classroom before that student will be allowed to bring it into school. Teachers may make their own classroom rules regarding devices. Some teachers may be comfortable with the use of notes, Kindles, laptops, Chromebooks, and iPads in the classroom, while others may feel it is a disruption and not something that they would like during their classroom time. That is each teacher's decision to make, and that also may change during the school year. When working on a specific project, a teacher may allow personal devices to be brought into the classroom, and then once the project is completed, those devices may need to be brought home. Teachers will communicate their desires regarding personal devices to their students. The registration form is very simple. It asks for students and parents to indicate which type of device will be brought into the school and goes through several policies as well. One thing of importance to note is for devices that may receive messages or notifications, which usually means iPads and some Android devices, that those messaging systems must be turned completely off or the student will be unable to use the device. Additionally, if a teacher feels that a student is at any time not acting within the technology policies or on task, that the teacher may ask the student to show him or her what is on the screen. If the teacher feels and has reason to think that a student has been misusing the device, the teacher may ask the student to leave that device with him or her for the remainder of the class period. Accepting these various policies will give your child permission to bring the device to school and utilize it. If there is any part of this policy that you did not accept, your child will unfortunately not be able to bring that device to school. Please let us know if you have any questions about this device registration form. You only need to fill out one form for the entire school year, but if you have more than one child bringing a device, please fill out one form for each child. Most importantly, this form communicates to us that you have given your child permission to bring that device into school. We will again be utilizing Google Drive and online programs such as RunWeb and Moodle for our students this year. Please note that students can only share documents with teachers when using their Google Drive. Students are also not permitted to log into personal accounts such as email unless given permission by a teacher. This is extremely rare, and at no time should students take this upon themselves to log into outside or personal programs or email accounts. Our new technology discipline policy is very closely aligned to the general discipline policy in 3 levels. Level 1 is teacher directed, meaning that teachers will enforce the discipline. Level 2 and level 3 are handled by the Office of Administration. We hope that by all teachers utilizing RunWeb for technology-related issues, we are here to help you if you ever have any questions. Level 1 technology discipline consequences are 2 merits and 10 school days with no technology in school other than any online tests or quizzes that may be given during the school day. For a Level 1 offense, students may still access their online programs at home. Several examples of a Level 1 offense are found on the right side of this slide. Please note that these do not include all of the possible Level 1 technology offenses. However, these are the most common that may occur in the classroom. Google Drive should only be used for school-related documents and never for socializing, discussion, or sharing pictures or information that is not related directly to a project. Sharing documents without permission, as well as commenting on a non-school related document, opening and viewing multiple times, etc., would constitute a level 1 offense. This is something that can be determined by utilizing a major testimony feature in Google Drive, which the students also have access to. Visiting unauthorized websites such as ESPN.com would also result in a level 1 offense. Even if the student feels he or she is finished with their work, that does not mean that going onto a website, however innocent, is permitted. There are only several Chromebook settings on our school laptops that may be accessed by our students. These are meant to be used by visually or hearing impaired users. Students do not change Chromebook settings, especially as this affects the next student's ability to log in and use the device successfully. Level 2 offenses are handled by the administration. These offenses result in 3 demerits and 30 school days with no technology in school other than online tests or quizzes, and possible in-school suspension. Each situation is looked at individually, and the time will be taken to determine exactly what occurred and who was involved. Examples of a level 2 offense include inappropriate language used in any document or program, posting, displaying, showing, or sharing inappropriate pictures, whether in content or messaging. This would include not only finding and posting the picture on a document, but sharing it as well, and gaining access during the school day, turning around a monitor, or moving a Chromebook around so that other students may see it. Viewing inappropriate websites is also considered a level 2 offense, but please note that multiple infractions or repeated instances of levels 1 or 2 may result in moving that offense up to the next level because of the repeated instances that have occurred. For example, if a student has more than 3 to 4 level 2 offenses, it may be possible that the administration feels that this has now become a level 3 offense. If a Chromebook or our in-school computers and other devices are rendered unusable due to misuse and misformatting, that would also constitute a level 2 offense, and it is possible that a student may be charged for that item. Students are trained on how to handle the Chromebooks that we bring into the classroom and know the best way to move them if necessary. However, if a student is clearly not following those directions, and this results in a Chromebook being rendered unusable, a level 2 offense will most likely have occurred. Level 3 offenses are those which include posting content that is threatening, discriminatory in nature, or considered sexual in nature, whether or not that content or photos are directed specifically at another member of the StMM community. Posting photos or content related to alcohol or drug use is also considered a level 3 offense. Finally, when not approved by a teacher for a project, violent images or content, or that which is related to controversial explosives is considered a level 3 offense. There are several projects, such as the 6th grade World War II project, which may require students to research battles. This is different than a student creating a document and sharing it for more entertainment or social purposes. Level 3 consequences include in-school suspension, out-of-school suspension, as well as the suspension of all school accounts, meaning that students would not be able to access their accounts even when they are at home. Other consequences would be determined by the school administration. Starting this year, students' action from social media, email, texting, or other personal programs may also result in disciplinary action from within the school. What this means is that if the school obtains information about a student's behavior toward either another student, a member of the staff, or even someone outside of the community that has been shared via social media or another form of technology, and it can be verified, the school may determine that that student shall not receive honors for the semester or quarter, or that the student may not be able to access online programs going forward. These situations are all unique and different and would require the made. We would like our students to remember and consistently discuss with them in skills class time that their accountability when using any kind of technology is first to themselves, as part of their faith, to their family and school community. And we hope that by including this in our policy, that we can be proactive and help students think before they post. Some high schools are now requiring their students to participate in activities, to add as friends their club sponsors, mentors, teachers, or coaches to ensure that their behavior online mirrors that which would be expected of a student in that community. Additionally, college admissions offices more and more are adding staff members that research and look at each applicant's behavior online. And so, starting with a clean digital footprint that is positive and reflective of our faith is even more important now than ever. Whether in skills class or at other times, there are consistent and reinforced lessons in digital citizenship, etiquette, and the proper and ethical use of information throughout the school year for all of our students. We are very proud to announce the Safe and School Project, which is the result of in-class surveys that were given several years ago. From these surveys, students indicated that cyberbullying has an impact on their lives. Their quotes and their information has helped us to determine that it is important to offer families and students a safe, non-judgmental avenue to ask for help if a student is struggling with a cyberbullying issue, and also to make sure that our students know that working with them and their families is one of our top priorities in order to make all of their internet travel safe, healthy, and positive one. What we would like is for you to consider signing up for the St. Isidore Project. We will send out links for online pledges shortly. This is an optional but highly encouraged new project here at the school. It would mean that families make cyberbullying and internet safety a priority, and we will, as a school, in turn share information about current events that would be appropriate discussion topics, as well as tips for keeping passwords safe, for good internet usage, and also a way for teachers, parents, and students to work together to make sure that all of our students feel safe whenever they're working online. We have created this forum which students and families can use if there is ever a situation that you are aware of that involves misuse or inappropriate use of our programs or other programs. We hope that you will consider sharing with us information that may help us put an end to negative, threatening, or harassing comments made online if they do occur. All of these links will be sent through an email home, and they should also be posted on the StMM technology page as well. Thank you for watching. Please use the link provided to you to access the Parent Technology Forum, which will go directly to school episode that we can verify that you have accepted our new technology policy. Thank you very much for your time.